Welcome, Sagittarius. Great to have you here. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I hope you enjoy the insights in this general reading. Please take what works for you. It may also apply to someone you are close to at this time. If you have strong influences in your birth chart associated with another sign, please feel free to cross-watch for further insights. I have already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I work with the 12 houses of the zodiac. So as the cards are appearing in each area, then those are the influences that are coming to bear at this time. So in the first house, we have North Node, which is life purpose. So the first house is everything to do with the self, your personality, your appearance, and your self-oriented interests, your physical body, your characteristics, and how you are perceived by others, how you project yourself in the world, how you make your way through your daily routines, and just how you present yourself to others. So now with the with this card in this house, basically what it's saying is that you are your own brand. So this is a destiny card. It may be that you're in the spotlight at the moment, but with these kinds of influences going on for you, it brings a great deal of sort of attraction to you. So, or you could be attracting a lot of popularity and rewards for effort. So basically, you are your own ambassador. So everything that you want to draw to you in your life, you've got to project. You've got to project all the very best parts of yourself. So it's really focus your attention on being the best that you can possibly be. So so this is in all aspects of yourself. So how you look, how you project yourself, how you socialize, your vitality, your vivaciousness. You've got to look the part. You've got to learn skills to enhance your best features. And all of these aspects that come in, this card indicates doorways opening, that you'll be well received. You may also be attracting members from your soul family. So this is people from other lifetimes that you've had, and you're drawing them to you, and they will show you support, and you'll just feel an instant connection with them. But really, this is about showing your talents and abilities as well. So now with this coming in for you in your first house, it's going to affect your 7th house, which is how you interact on a personal one-on-one basis with in your relationships. And it's also going to affect a great many other areas of your chart. Everything that you are putting yourself into is going to be affected by this card. So if you're somebody who's in the public eye and you're really wanting to draw attention to yourself, or you are suddenly drawing attention to yourself, then this is really bringing it to you now. And you need to harness everything about yourself, all your best features, whether you speak well, or you just interact well with others, or you just look good, or you have a kind of a sort of a personality which people are drawn to. There's lots of different ways that this can be manifesting for you in particular, but it's really about being your own brand ambassador. You are your own brand, so make sure that you're working that as much as possible. Then in the 2nd house, we have Cancer, I feel. So this is to do with, the 2nd house is everything to do with your income, your money coming in, and your values, your self-worth, and what you own, your property, your possessions, and it's your values about everything in your life. So this kind of indicates that you need to feel your way along. You need to be acting on your own wisdom, your intuition and instinct. You need to, you probably will be feeling very sensitive at the moment, and it's great to be sensitive and to have sensitivity, but you need to also be resilient as well. So you know, you may just, you know, avoid being overly sensitive where you feel hurt by what goes on or what might be happening in any one of those areas for your life, in your life. So it's also about building resilience. You may be feeling quite protective of your possessions and also of your values and your self-worth. You want to be protective of yourself. So there's a feminine influence involved here. You may also be finding that your money and your income is going through different phases, and you've just got to, as I said, build resilience during those periods and also just feel your way along through the ups and downs. You may also be experiencing situations from the past, or you may be going over past memories. You may be dealing with possessions from your family from the past. It could be like antiques or just items of sentimental interest. Those could all be coming in for you into this house. Just to note that the stock market is ruled by the moon. So if you are interested in anything remotely like that, then study those cycles and see if it works for you. But really, this is about harnessing your own wisdom and intuition and instinct about what you want to do with your money, what you want to buy, what you want to own, what you want to possess, and the protection of those items as well. And also just of your own self-worth, because from what I'm seeing elsewhere in the chart, there's a fair bit of action going on, change coming. So you may just need to be just pulling back a little bit, going through a little bit of withdrawal every so often, just to reorientate yourself and just get to grips with your money coming in, your values and your self-worth. Then in the third house we have Yod, which is destiny, yet another destiny card. You actually have quite a bit of that going on in your chart at the moment. So the third house is everything to do with communication. So this is your written, verbal, it's also your body language, and this is interaction with others, and it can also be on a wider public scale, so a bigger scale than just family members like your siblings and your aunts and uncles and cousins. So it's on a wider scale, but it can also be to them, and it could be affecting your work, what you do for a living, how you interact with others on a general scale. The third house also covers documents and contracts. So now there's an element of fate with this card. So you may just be feeling that certain situations are fated, and you may be having certain issues with some of your family members, those sort of siblings, aunts, uncles and cousins, that sort of situation where you just feel a bit different from them. You may just be a little bit out of step with what all the rest are doing. So not necessarily a black sheep, but you may feel like that sometimes, or you may just feel different from them. There's a little bit of tension, and there's a disruptive influence at play here. There's a bit of stress. So it may be just the way you are communicating with others, even on a more public scale. You may just need to address that as well. Think of more refined ways to deal with things. You may have to go it alone on certain issues. You've got to find your own truth and how you express that as well. So it's expression and action, but it's finding your own truth. You may need to sacrifice a few things to achieve your goals, but always this is going to be about finding your uniqueness and an inventive way to be expressive. How you're going to write, what your words are, what you're going to say, and putting yourself out there. But you may just feel pressured at this time, or there's a lot of tension around you at this moment, and just be aware with contracts and documents and things like that. As I said, you may just be feeling that you've got to go it alone, and that you've actually got to steer your own path as well. Then in the fourth house, this is the house of home, everything to do with your home life. And it's also about your ethnic identity and your roots, your foundation. So again, there's a fair bit of introspection and also finding ways to reinvent your home life, who you are in your home. Anything with a re in front of it during Mercury retrograde, anything with a re in front of it. So you may need to have some sort of revision about what it is you want to do in your home, or you may need to renovate or redo something. There's lots of different ways this can manifest, but it ultimately means that you've got to change something, or you need to go inward during this period, and it covers a week to 3 weeks. So it's a sort of time of deep reflection to actually re-look at things and see how you can perhaps change something to better suit you. You may also be forced to do that as well, because with this influence going on, new ventures and new plans that you want to put into place, you may just have to put them on hold, because things can go wrong during this period. There can be miscommunication, misunderstandings, and things go missing, documents go missing, and emails go missing, or they just don't get delivered on time. There's lots of ways this can come about, but basically it means just put things on hold, go over everything again. You may have missed a mistake, or you may have missed something which actually needs to be reorganized or redone. You should technically avoid signing things to do with your home at this time until this period passes. As I said, 1 to 3 weeks. So just see how you feel. You'll know if communication is still not working for you, because you'll notice it in your daily life. Electronics, electric things, gadgets just may not function at this time, or you may go and purchase some kind of gadget or electronic item or technical item, and it just turns out not to work, or it's not actually what you want, or it just becomes like a white elephant and you have to take it back. So just be aware of that, or it has to be changed. You may also, with this kind of influence going on, just back up all your computers, all your electronic items that carry information on your behalf, your cell phone. Just back everything up and make sure that you have a copy of all of those items. So it is about reinvention, and it can be a very positive thing. It can be a life-saving thing, because you redo something which is necessary, and you perhaps missed something and now you have to do it again. Or it could just be a reorganization of your home and some kind of reinvention or some kind of revision is going on. Then in your 5th house, we've got Grand Cross, which is the provoker. So this is the 5th house is everything to do with children having fun. So this can be your children, or it can be children that you are close to. So it's also about having fun, all forms of recreation. It's also about your creativity, your creative side. It's also rules love affairs. So now with this is a very strong influence, and it's quite a tense aspect as well. Could be very difficult. So from this tenseness and difficult situation, a catalyst for movement and change will be created. So during this period of resistance and like overwhelm, lots of things going on, lots of things coming at you at once. Through this period of overwhelm, you have to just hold steady and keep going, because it will get better and there will be benefits later, but during the thick of it, it may just feel very overwhelming and a bit difficult. So this could be to do with your children, or children that you have, you're in contact with. They could be going through quite a difficult period at this time, and you are there to witness this and see them through it. Or you could just be having some difficulties in your relationship with them. It could also be, as I said, something to do with a love affair. This could be, there could be some, obviously compromises is going to be paramount in all of these relationships. So you may need to just compromise and also come to find solutions to move forward. You need to stick with the relationships and stick with the issues until completion, because it will get better. So you've got to stick through all the hard times as well. There's intensity here. But ultimately there's renewal and victory out of this. It could also be that if you're a creative person, you're dealing with creative aspects within yourself and what the work that you do or how you come across to others. You may just be going through really quite an intense period at the moment where you are, really having to pull out all the stops. You're having to dig deep. You could also be facing competition. And you may just feel that you are at cross purposes with things. Perhaps you've got a lot of talents and abilities, and it's just a case of juggling them all, and you don't feel like you're actually getting anywhere. So it's kind of it's a juggling act, and it's kind of balancing all these hard angle energies which are sort of focused on you with great pressure. This card is about finding discipline. It's about getting focused and also realistic. So pare down all the things that you're juggling and try and focus on one or two, or the ones that have high priority for you, so that you can break out of that and actually get to the better times. You could also just be feeling a bit of resistance. So compromise, focus, and just sticking with the path. You're going to be experiencing pressure to grow, and that can cover any one of those aspects. So when it comes to having fun and lots of recreational activities or sports, even this also covers sports, there may not be a lot of fun being felt right at this moment because of the pressure that you're under. So that may just go onto the back burner for the moment. You may be deep into sports of some kind, or your children may be into sports or their recreational activities, and they're facing competition, or you are. It's about, as I said, sticking to your focus, your determination, and to keep going through all those difficult periods, because it will get better and you will experience renewal and victory in the end. Another transformative card coming up here. This is the 6th house. This is everything to do with work, your work projects, and mastery of your craft. It's your workplace and your work colleagues. This house also covers your health and your diet, and also pets. So now with solar eclipse revolution going on, you've got coming up. As I said, this is all about changes and going over how you have been in the past. So revolution again, and more changes coming in for you particularly on your work front, I feel, and also possibly with your diet and your health. This is an all-round swift changes coming in. Out with the old, in with the new. So you may have sort of unexpected jolts as well over something. This could be something that has just up until now not really been of focus for you. It's been sort of on the peripheral vision, something that you perhaps wanted to do or needed to do, and you've just not been able to do anything about it, or not focused on it. Well, that whatever it is could very unexpectedly change, and you receive a bit of a jolt and a shock from it, and now you're forced to take action on that. So there's an upheaval. You will be out of your comfort zone as well. So all of these influences that you're going through at this time, it's like a nugget of gold, or the diamond within, and you are honing all of that. You're digging away all the earth and all the unnecessary items and all the things that don't serve you anymore. You're actually digging deep. You really are digging deep to find that diamond or to polish that gold nugget. And all of these influences, that's what they do. They assist you to do that in whatever way is appropriate for your growth. So with this, possibly a change of job, or a change within your job, or a change within your work structures, how you're going about your daily routines. And it's also, as I said, you're out of your comfort zone. There's a rearrangement of some sort. But also you may need to fix or create something. And through that process, you actually create something amazing for yourself. So you really turn something on its head, you fix it, you change it, and all of a sudden now you have something 100 times better than what you had before. So a decision is also required here. You will feel pressured to make a decision, whether that's within your work routines. Perhaps you need to change something to make it better for yourself, or you will be changing your work, or you will be changing your diet, or you will be addressing health issues in order to give yourself a better platform. But all around it is revolution, and it's tackling all of those areas of your life. So it's a shake-up and a redirection, and it's also about life path possibly. So you're changing direction in some way, shape, or form. Then in your 7th house, we have more transformation here again. So now 7th house is everything to do with your one-on-one relationships. So this is your your personal love relationship, your partnership, or it could also be your business partnership, and your other one-on-one close relationships. So now with Pluto transformation going on there, changes yet again. So I feel this is all being triggered by this first house of influence here, which we already discussed, which is the North Node, and your life's purpose, and your changing that, how you are projecting yourself, because ultimately how you project yourself to others is going to immediately affect those, your nearest and dearest, your partner, even your business partner. They're going to perceive you differently. Some won't like it. Some will be blown away by it and will really be helpful to you. Others just simply won't deal with it at all. So this is also, again, out with the old, in with the new, and it's all possibly connected to with your work projects, who you are, and you're changing a great deal, and so therefore it's going to affect your relationships as well. So now it could also just be a new person coming into your life, but it's a very passionate and sexual relationship, and it's deep. It's very deep. So this is a partner that may have been you were in a love affair with, and now you've gone to the deeper level. So so it's all about that, or it could be the renewal of passion and sex within an existing relationship. So it's the renewal of that. And if that doesn't apply to you, if you're not in a relationship where you don't have a partner, then this could be transforming your relationship with yourself. So you really need to have a radical rethink and endeavor to balance the male and female within yourself. We all have it. And it's about transforming the relationship with yourself, and therefore you transform the relationship with the others. So again, we come back to this, where you are making yourself your own brand ambassador, and therefore when you really put yourself first and really go for it from that point of view, it does change how you interact with others as well. So this is old to new, as I said. Something old falls away and something new comes in. Something comes out of the ashes of something that has sort of died away. So something comes out and rises up out of the ashes of something. It's very intense, whatever it is. So also it could be somebody from your past coming back in, somebody that you've known from before. And it could be someone or something coming in, or it could, as I said, this all applies to a business partnership as well. Also something hidden may come to light, because Pluto rules the underworld, everything under the surface. So when under Pluto's influence, things rise to the surface. They become known, they come to the light. So as I said, it could be a secret, or it could just be something that you perhaps were not aware of, and now there it is. You need to, as I said, transform your relationship with yourself and then also with another. With Pluto, be careful of going into manipulation and control, because that comes in very strongly with that. So that is a tendency in that as well. Also careful with your finances. This is to do with your partnership. Possibly there's something that needs resolution there, or needs to be transformed. Then going on into your 8th house. This follows on, actually, in some ways, in a lot of ways, from the 7th house, because this is to do with the fire element and desire, but the 8th house deals with joint finances and deeper emotional and material resources shared between partners. So this is love partners and also business partners. So just as an example, you may have somebody who's come into your life, perhaps it's somebody from the past. You've realized that it's actually an amazing relationship, and you want to take it further. You want to secure them, so you take action. You take action to join yourself with them in a deeper partnership. So it's that kind of transition that occurs. So now with this, the 8th house, it also covers big finance. So this is investments, inheritances, taxes, banking, accounting. It's also other people's money, dealing with other people's money in whatever way that is for you. It's the deeper sexuality between partners. So it does cover the courts, the lower courts in some ways as well. So with this card appearing, you can expect again quick changes, quick action, some kind of epiphany, that comes up. It's also rapid developments. This could also be clearing away clearing away things that just are not working or have served their purpose. Now you don't need them anymore. So it's clearing the decks and starting new to plant new things. It's also creativity, finding a new approach. So whether this is joining your finances and your material resources with your partner, there may be better ways to do that, but whatever it is, it's quick action. There's action that's required. So it's also about being honest. You need to be honest and get clear with someone about something. You need to be assertive, but not in an ugly or aggressive way, and don't be bossy or selfish. This is about getting clear, taking action, being honest, and having a fresh start. That's what it's about. It's also about courage and passion. You may be finding the passion within your relationship or within your business partnership on a new venture. It could also be incredibly fiery and burn out quickly as well. So just bear that in mind with this element. Then in the 9th house we have the water element, which is sensing. So now the 9th house deals with everything to do with exploration, adventure, that goes hand in hand with international travel. It's also to do with foreign people or foreign concepts, cultures. So it's being exposed to that possibly through your business or through other means, whether you're traveling and so on. This also, the 9th house covers also teaching. It covers publishing and promotional work. It covers religion and your belief systems, philosophy. It also covers higher education. So this will be university, adult education, or just courses that you want to do. So it covers quite a lot actually. With this, it's also a relationship with in-laws as well. So now the law comes in here too. So whether you want to study something to do with the law or philosophy or religion or whatever it might be, or you want to travel, there's lots of ways that this can come in. With the water element and sensing, this means just let matters flow for now. Still steer the ship. You need to steer the ship. But it really is about what are you sensing? What are you sensing about what needs to be done in any one of those areas? Yes, you will need to go with the flow, but you need to tap in and assess what is the best course, what is the best direction to take. It also may bring in the need to work alone or to be following, paths that are sort of private and gives you alone time. So whether you're going to be traveling on your own or you just need to take time out, and it's a bit of inner exploration actually, and a bit of inner adventure, to like navel gazing, to assess. Assess for yourself in any one of those areas I've discussed, whether you want to study something else, or you just want to perhaps, you're writing something and you want to get it published, or you want to publish it in a broader spectrum, or you're teaching. There's lots of ways that this can come about, but it really is getting in touch with your deeper feelings. Take time out to be alone, enjoy a bit of privacy. It's trips over water or to water. It's going to be hugely beneficial for you. So whether that's to the sea or to lakes and rivers, but you're going to get a lot out of that. It's really going to help you. It's also about gathering resources in a time of quiet, so almost like the lull before action. So it's gathering your resources, harnessing all that as well. It's also about rest, getting rest in preparation for more activity. So just see how you go. But in any case, you need to keep your hands on the wheel to steer, but still nonetheless go with the flow for now. Then in the 10th house, this is your house of career, ambitions, authority figures. It's also your public status, your reputation, and your fame. So if you're in the public eye, then this is really going to come in for you, but it also could just be that you're changing status, or you may desire to improve your status in some way, or could be career aspected. But in any case, it's grand trine and it's bringing blessings for you. So this is good luck. This is right place, right time. So with all these changes going on to do with your work and who you are, how you're projecting yourself, how you're communicating with others, and some of the other issues that you're dealing with across the board here, this is kind of almost like a relief for you. This is coming in where whatever changes you're going to be bringing in to your life and actually moving forward with whatever you're contemplating and what you're actually dealing with on currently now, and how you're going to move forward, is going to activate this for you. Because this doesn't come unless you activate it. In other words, yes, you may feel like things are flowing harmoniously and things are working quite well for you, but you still need to work at it in order to bring those blessings home. You need to ground them. So this is opportunities coming up for you. Right place, right time. You may just meet somebody or be in the right place to pick up some opportunity. And that will bring greater harmony to you, but you still need to bring it. You still need to harness it and bring it to you. But it indicates good luck. So don't be complacent. Make the effort to follow your goals and ambitions. You may be quite popular at the moment. You may receive support in certain areas, particularly, as I said, to do with your career or your public status, or the way you want to move forward in your life. So you may just be receiving support from an authority figure of some kind. But it's also about being diligent and determined in order to bring home those blessings, because the opportunities are there. It's going to be easier for you to bring them home than probably at any other time. So this is kind of the balance to the other difficulties that you are going through. You're going to be able to bring things home to you if you apply yourself and work your way through these other areas which are changing for you currently. Then in the 11th house, we have another very supportive card. The 11th house deals with friendships. It also deals with your networks, your groups that you're a member of, and your clubs and your associations, your associates, the people that you're meeting and connecting with on a broader basis, whether it's social networks or friendships, one-on-ones. It's also about your hopes and your dreams and your wishes, and hobbies, interests, that sort of thing. So you could be embarking on a Venus-type hobby, which is fashion, beauty, hair, anything arty, any of the arts. It could be dancing, it could be singing, any of the arts. So an artistic field of some kind, you may be wanting to improve that. Perhaps that's linked to your creativity. But this can also be covering, as I say, your friendships and the people that you are associating with. It could even be on social media. This is also about connecting to social trends, to the trends of things. So this, if it's a fashion or a beauty field, you'll be able to sort of pick up on that as well. And that may very well assist you with other things that you've got going on in your life. Or it could just be, as I said, a hobby, something you enjoy doing. With this card, this is appreciate and nurture your friendships, because they're going to help you really through a great deal of other things that are going on in your life. You're really going to be possibly depending on them to lighten things, to bring that those feel-good vibes, the nurturing and the comfort and the love as well to you. So it's really a reciprocal thing as well. really appreciate and nurture your friendships at this time. And the same goes also with your networks and your groups that you may be close to other people in those arenas. And you need to link up with another good friend, possibly, and go out, enjoy fashion, beauty, art, museums, galleries, eating out at restaurants, concerts, live music shows, social events, keeping up with trends. There's all of that indicated here. Or you may just be taking up a new interest in one of those, or you may be joining online groups or Facebook groups or something like that, which is going to just give you a boost and actually give you another interest or sort of pleasure, because Venus is always about that. Also, Venus is associated with a windfall or some kind of abundance coming to you. So that could very well be coming to you through any one of those channels into your life. But it really is, it's a very supportive card and a lovely card to be having, working for you at this time. Then in the 12th house, we have another supportive card, Earth element, stability. So the 12th house is really about your unconscious beliefs about yourself and your place in the world. It's also your spiritual life. And it covers all kinds of things like retreat and withdrawal, and taking time out to be on your own, your solitude and your reflection, your meditation as well, mysticism, healing, and that's finding healing as well in many ways. And also it covers the beginnings and the ends of things. It also covers escapism of all kinds, and that can be addictions of all kinds as well. So whether you maybe that's touching your life in some way, or you are experiencing that through another. It's also experiences with all different types of institutions, whether that's government or banking or like universities, libraries, hospitals, clinics, anything like that, even prisons. So it's your experiences in those places. So now with the earth element coming in for you, it's a very stabilizing influence. So either you're going to be, you need to be harnessing the earthy groundedness of this, which means you need to stay grounded, keep your feet on the ground, stay centered, be practical in your beliefs about yourself and your place in the world. You may be leaning towards traditional beliefs as well, belief systems, or you may be just finding healing in traditional elements. And all of those things are going to be beneficial for you, but just be open to other people's attitudes or other people's belief systems as well. Be open to explore and to learn as well about other aspects, but all the time make sure you're grounded. Make sure you're taking time out to just enjoy your meditation and enjoy sort of earthy interests. Whether if you're going to go on a yoga retreat or something, make sure it's to a lovely place which is going to be grounding for you. And mix with others who are grounded. It's also about being realistic. It's about being rooted and secure in yourself. So this is having self-belief, really. I feel this is what it is for you. Having your self-belief and really standing firm being rooted in your foundations. It's also about letting go of fears, unconscious beliefs and fears that just don't serve you anymore. Explore, find out, look at what other people are following and enjoy exploring that a little bit. You need to stay present. Because of other things going on in your chart, you may just feel a little bit overwhelmed at times, and then therefore you need to ground yourself, and you need to be doing earthy activities, possibly whether that's getting out and about into the mountains, where you can enjoy a bit of reflection and meditation, and even if it's a walking meditation, a hike of some sort, there's various ways, gardening even. You may also come into contact with somebody who is almost like a guru to you, very grounded person, and you may be learning quite a bit from them, or you may get insights from them. But it really is about self-belief and also building responsibility for your own happiness. Right, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed that, and have a great month, and I will see you next time. Take care.